visit in preparation for the 2008 general election. Republican President Jack.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Yellow Deli documentary part 1. I hope you guys are at home, tucked in bed, and I hope you guys are ready to enjoy the first part of this documentary. This is going to be more of the introduction, what we found out within our first month of really meeting these members, and it's going to be pretty exciting. I guarantee you this, and I hope that you guys really enjoy this video. Like and subscribe, you know how it is. Let's start it. Alright, so let's start where it matters. The head. This guy right here, this guy is who we presume to be the head of the Yellow Deli. It makes sense since he's probably the least brainwashed out of all of them. And they do these like little reunions every Friday. Well, not really reunions, but gatherings. Here's him, and it's pretty blurry, my apologies, but here's him in like that circle. So we also do like these dances and shit here. Let me show you. I'm just gonna put a trigger warning right now because I know that some people might find this a bit sensitive. There will be discussion of child and woman abuse. So just a quick trigger warning for people who are not, I guess, who are like very sensitive or very traumatized over this sort of shit. This is some really weird shit. So yeah, just trigger warning, I guess, right?
This is how I came to my aunt. I remember. Oh God.
So in order to get invited to these events, you have to get one of these invitation cards. It looks kind of sketchy in here. If you notice this little art they have here, I want to show you a picture I found on the internet from the head on his Facebook, supposedly Facebook. That's kind of disturbing. But yeah, so this is the invitation card. And let me give you the settings. I'll also give you some footage of me and my bud when we went to their farm. So it's a farm 20 minutes roughly outside of Kingston, in this extremely rural, very not well like lighted area, and it's super dark, and it's a forest, and it's a barn, and it's not very well lit. And it's basically this when me and my bud first arrived there, in my car, we basically thought we were in the settings of a horror movie, because we basically were when you think about it. I mean, come on, it kind of reminds me of it, right? So here. Dude, it's like a bunch of. Stop. Yeah.
Oh, this is carpentry. Oh, I know 18 How expensive this thing is.
How expensive?
Very. Okay, let's get the fuck out. Is there anyone? Oh fuck. There is. Bro, we go in. Yeah. 6:30. Let's do it. We already got the dinner ready. Hey guys. Hi. How are you guys? Yeah. Is it? Sure has been. Wow, jeez. A little cold outside, isn't it?
So I don't know if you noticed, but they were all just like in a circle when we first arrived. Kind of like in this very interesting little photo that I found on Facebook. Um, and I don't know, man. It's just some weird vibes, dude. Like, I mean, even looking at this photo, I'm sure you guys feel a bit uncomfortable. I mean, when I first discovered this photo on the Isaac's Facebook. Now, take in that these members are probably not allowed to have any internet. From what we've seen, there is no social presence or social media presence from any of these members. They're probably just not allowed to have the any access or very limited access to the internet whatsoever. So, yeah, it was a treat to find this photo. But yeah, let me go and explain to you guys some of the rules and some of the things you need to do to become a member of this cult, because believe it or not, we actually got invited. Well, yeah, we actually got invited to join this cult. Here, I'll even show you the clip, and then I'll run you down to some of the requirements or some of the things you might need to do in order to join this great cult called the 12 Tribes of Israel. That was sarcasm, by the way. I don't actually like support any cults. Just to make that clear.
Well, in all your travels,
For sure.
remember, now we love you. We love you. We love you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate it. And you mentioned about the farm. What was that about?
Yeah, well, just know it's a serious offer. Like, we think it'd be best for you to just come and learn how to love. and you can probably do a little bit of studying or something too. But we'd love to have you out there.
I'll consider.
Yeah, good. The same goes, Brazil, wherever you find yourself. The door's open.
Oh, for sure. Thank you so much, Tamim.
Yeah,
we'll see you in a few months.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Take care, you guys.
See you.
So upon doing some digging, we kind of figured out that in order for the boys to be part of this cult, if we wanted to be part of this cult, there's a few things that we might have to do. First and foremost, we have to give up all our savings, anything that we own. That goes with the BrassO card, and me in the BrassO card. I'm sure you guys know how it looks like. We have a very good relationship, so I wouldn't want to give up that. But most importantly, also my financial savings, which again I'm not gonna flex, but that'd be a lot. And also we have to give up the fact that we're studying, like as students. So that whole gig of getting a degree and all that sort of stuff. Forget about that. And what that basically makes you do is that basically makes you dependent on them, because now that you don't make money, because also the labor that you do for them is unpaid. So now that you don't make money, you rely on them for shelter and food and water. So yeah, that's not the greatest, because for you to leave, I mean, you have no money anymore, or house, or education. So yeah, that's the the sucky part of it. And besides, since they prey on students, it's even worse. So
Christina Hager
Yep.
has the story of one former member who left a controversial religious group, and the counselors who say they've helped dozens of others cut ties too.
My name is Carolyn, and I was a former disciple of the 12 Tribes.
12 Tribes has long battled accusations of being a cult.
It's a lot like a toxic, abusive relationship. The way people are pulled in.
Carolyn Figuera lived with a commune in Savannah, Georgia. In Massachusetts, 12 Tribes has properties in Milton, Raynham, Hyannis, and Plymouth, where the I-Team visited the popular Blue Blinds Bakery, now called the Yellow Deli. It's a 12 Tribes chain where Figuera worked in her city. What is going on behind that nice-looking exterior?
They control your logic and your thinking, and they control your money.
Recruiting materials were scattered throughout where we sat. A book called A Brand New Culture says we don't make decisions apart.
An idea you came up with on your own, then that's a sign that it's from the evil one. It's from the devil.
FBI documents show 12 Tribes communes across the country have been targets of federal child abuse investigations, but none has resulted in charges. Several years ago, OSHA looked into a child labor complaint at a 12 Tribes construction site here in Plymouth. Again, no fines. But Figuera says hitting children with sticks was a regular practice at her commune.
They're placed everywhere so parents can just grab them whenever a kid needs to be disciplined.
When we asked the community about the accusations, a spokesperson responded, "We aren't strangers to controversy, and many of these allegations are quite old and tired." Figuera, who's Dominican American, also says 12 Tribes' teachings are racist.
Black people need to live a life of slavery or in servitude to white man in order to redeem themselves from their curse.
But a 12 Tribes spokesperson told us we continue every day trying to make a home for the lonely and show God's love to people of all backgrounds and races. How does someone break away from that mind control?
You just want them to have other information so that they can make an informed decision.
Counselors Bob and Judy Pardon are critics of the group who say they've helped Figuera and at least 30 others break away, the most recent in 2017.
These have a lasting impact, that you've got to be intentional if you leave that group in order to heal.
It's so similar to just an emotionally abusive relationship.
The Pardons are concerned the instability caused by the pandemic has made people even more vulnerable to groups that allegedly use mind control.
They indoctrinate you. They really, pour on you that they want you to be a part of their home, a part of their spirituality. And so really, demands are starting to really slowly put on once you've been baptized into the group. Always a lot of stress, being overworked, sometimes just brutally tired to where you just, as soon as you hit the bed, you're out.
So it's pretty clear that they prey on people who are emotionally vulnerable or young people. And, it's, again, this woman doesn't really mention it, but that also probably is misogynistic views for a man over a woman, from what I've seen. And while researching and looking at some articles, we found somebody by the name of Kate Johnson. Alright, let's look her up. So after some heavy research, I actually found her profile at Queen's. I found her email, and I decided to myself, let me send an email to Kate. So I go and I sign in on my Google, and while I'm doing this, I realize that I actually have to sign in again, like it's not an automatic one. So here I am signing into my email. Let me just put my password in. Let's just do, oh shit, okay, maybe it's the other one. Wait, hold on guys, this is just a technical error. Okay, a little embarrassing. Okay, I got it. Alright. What is this? No, I don't need this right now, whatever. Yes sir, so now I'm in my Gmail. I'm in my, let me write her an email, see what's up. Let's see if she would be able to contact me. Maybe we could set up some sort of interview. It'd be sick because I think if I get her, output from her experiences with maybe students from Queens, maybe students from St. Lawrence. Maybe I have to hit up people in St. Lawrence too, see if they know anything about like the recruitment process in the Yellow Deli, because there's probably has been students, like it or not, like who have been infected by this cult, right? Has probably actually joined this cult. When me and my bud came there, we didn't notice anybody our age. So at least we know that like people aren't that dumb, right? We're the only dummies that like decided to pull up to their farm. By the way, this whole like brain like mind washing or whatever it is, anyone who sees this and who knows me very well, if I ever and I say this with absolute seriousness, if I ever quote unquote join this cult, like if I take this too far and you see me like in their costumes and shit, please, please, and please help me, right? But I think I'm pretty confident that they won't go that way, but just to make that clear. So here I am, I'm just writing the email. I wanted to make it sweet and simple, nothing too crazy, and hopefully she answers this email, and maybe for part two I can schedule a little bit of an interview, see what she thinks, her output, and yes sir. So I guess this is the end of the first part. Let me know what you guys think about how I performed. This is my first time making a video. This is my first time actually dropping a video. So let me know any tips or tricks that you might have, tips or tricks that you guys might have. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out.